こと？見て、なんかこうサーフィンしてるじゃん。
Record-breaking heavy rain was reported in parts of Tokyo and Saitama. Reports of flood damage continue to emerge. Due to warm and humid air, rain clouds are rapidly developing in the southern Kanto region, and in Tokyo and Saitama prefectures, heavy rain at a rate of more than 100 millimeters per hour is falling, and record short-term heavy rain information is being announced one after another. The Japan Meteorological Agency warns the public to be careful of flooding in low-lying areas, river flooding, and landslides for the time being, and to be careful of lightning strikes and gusts of wind. Warm and humid air and rising temperatures in the Kanto region have caused the atmosphere to become extremely unstable, and rain clouds have been rapidly developing since the evening. Rain clouds poured down on the southern Kanto region, centered on Tokyo and Saitama prefecture, one after another, and according to the Japan Meteorological Agency's radar analysis, rain clouds are expected to fall in the Itabashi Ward and Naruma Ward areas until 1830 and until 1840 near Itabashi Ward and Naruma Ward, Tokyo. It is believed that about 100 millimeters of heavy rain fell around Wako City, Saitama prefecture during the hour, and in the hour ending at 1830, 107 millimeters of heavy rain occurred in Hanmachi, Osaka City, Saitama prefecture. Furthermore, an hour before 1900 hours, 102 millimeters of heavy rain was observed in Shimo, Hida Ward, Tokyo, and 101 millimeters in Hanmachi, Kawaguchi City, Saitama prefecture, and the Japan Meteorological Agency issued a series of record heavy rain information in a short time, announced. At this time, rain clouds had formed in Kanagawa prefecture, and an hour before 8 p.m., a rain gauge installed by Kanagawa prefecture in Atsuji City measured 44 millimeters of heavy rainfall. As a result of this rain, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government and the Japan Meteorological Agency temporarily issued a flood warning for the Nogawa and Sengawa rivers in the Tama River system, but the warning was lifted shortly after 8:30 p.m. The extremely unstable atmosphere is expected to continue for some time, and the Japan Meteorological Agency warns the public to be careful of flooding in low-lying areas, river flooding and landslides, as well as lightning strikes, tornado-like strong winds, and tornadoes. Greetings. During the heavy rain, the road in front of the house was flooded and looked like a river. A truck stopped on the road was submerged in water about half its tires, and a man who appeared to be the driver was seen taking shelter on the platform. In Nejishidai, Osaka City, Saitama Prefecture, there was heavy rain, roads were flooded, and many cars were submerged in water and unable to move. A man in his 50s who moved his car with the help of a neighbor said, at around 6 p.m., accompanied by lightning, it suddenly rained like an overturned bucket. There was also flooding in this area, but the car in front of me was passing by, so I thought it was okay, but when I passed by, the car stopped. I couldn't believe something like this could happen. In addition, in the Owada area of Niiza City, Saitama Prefecture, several houses were submerged in water, and cars that appeared to have been swept away by the force of the rain were also seen. According to people living nearby, it suddenly rained today at around 5:30 p.m., and the water suddenly pooled for about 30 to 45 minutes, and at one point the car tires were submerged in water, so that they could not be seen. A man in his 80s who lives nearby said, "It was raining and I was waist deep in water. My parked bicycle was submerged in water and I couldn't see it." Heavy rain warnings have been issued in some places, and people should be aware of flooding on roads and rising river levels until around 9 p.m. A very heavy downpour of 53.5 millimeters fell in the hour ending at 6:30 p.m. in Naruma Ward, Tokyo. Fuchu City also recorded 46.0 millimeters of rain in the hour to 6:30 p.m. Record-breaking heavy rain warnings were also issued in Tokyo and Saitama prefectures. Flood risk warnings have been issued for some rivers. As of 7 p.m., heavy rain warnings and flood warnings have been issued in parts of Tokyo, Saitama Prefecture, and Kanagawa Prefecture. The heavy rain has caused flooding in many parts of the city. Thereafter, there is a risk of severe thunderstorms in the southern Kanto region until around 9 p.m. Be aware of rising water levels and river flooding, as well as flooding of low-lying areas. Traffic is affected, so please check the latest information before returning home. The Japan Meteorological Observatory issued a flood warning for Sujinami Ward and Nishitokyo City at 1833. In addition, a heavy rain warning, flood damage, was issued for Shinjuku Ward, Nakano Ward, Sujinami Ward, Kagane City, Higashimurayama City, and Kyo City. In the Tokyo area, please be aware of flooding in low-lying areas until the early hours of the 31st, and a rise in river levels until the late evening of the 31st. The government urges the public to be careful when issuing evacuation information from local governments, as the risk of flooding and flooding disasters has increased rapidly beyond initial estimates. According to radar analysis, around 7 p.m. on the 31st, heavy rain at a rate of about 100 millimeters per hour had fallen in the cities of Osaka, Kawaguchi, and Wako in Saitama Prefecture, and the 3 wards of Kita, Narama, and Itabashi in Tokyo. It seems that, at 19:20 on the same day, a heavy rain warning had been announced for parts of Saitama, Tokyo, and Kanagawa, and a flood risk warning had been issued for the Nogawa and Sengawa rivers flowing through Tokyo due to the risk of future flooding. According to the Tokyo Fire Department, as of 7 p.m. that day, dozens of reports had been received in the area of flooding under the floor and vehicles submerged in water, but no one was injured or missing.